everyone, welcome back to my channel, Donna Abraham's Metal Medium. Today I thought we would talk about a subject that I get asked so many times about. How do I know when a loved one is around? What are the signs, if you know what I mean? Now, this is the first thing I'm going to say, and I say it to everybody. It's not like we can get up in the morning and our loved one's going to be sitting at the kitchen table, waiting for a cuppa. Unfortunately, that's not the way it goes. Now, with a spirit energy, it takes them a lot to actually manifest a lot of energy, if you know what I mean. So the chances of you getting up and them sitting at the table are very, very unlikely. As sad as it is, it would be awesome if they were able to do that. But I always tell everybody that, and I get the question, but I've been asking them for signs, for months and I don't get anything. I don't get a thing. And it's because they're thinking, well, yeah, like what sign am I looking for? Do you know what I mean? And again, they're looking for the logic. And the logics are physically seeing their loved one. Yes, that can happen, but it takes an awful lot of energy for a spirit to manifest. It really, really does. Now, I'm just going to quickly go through the signs that you do have a loved one around you. First thing you can feel is actually very, very drained all of a sudden. You might get cold spots in your house or around your legs. Spirit they love circling, so you might get circling energy around your legs and things like that. You might actually get a bit of palpitation. I usually do when spirit are around. I'll get the palpitation, I'll get the hot flushes, the heart starts going. You might get a little bit of nausea with it, that type of thing. But you will get smells. Now, again, they come in and out that quick, spirit. So you might be sitting there and you'll get a waft of, Old Spice. Do you know what I mean? You think, wow, that smells like Dad. And then bang, it'll trigger a memory and you're like, oh my God, Dad. And then bang, you'll go and it's gone. That is how quick they come in and out, if you know what I mean. Look, you may actually get sightings of them if you do. That is freaking awesome. Like, obviously, me doing what I do, a couple of times I've seen loved ones that have passed. But again, it's just a fleeting glimpse. Or we can get what's actually called shape-shifting. And it usually happens in the worst of places, normally a public place, if you know what I mean. Twice this has happened to me. First time with my dad. And again, doing what I do, I'm like, Dad, give me a sign that you're okay, and nothing. And I probably took about 4 months. And I was at like a public, it's called Campbell's Cash and Carry. It's like a big, I think overseas you call them a Walmart or something like that, where you can actually buy things in bulk at wholesale prices. So obviously, I go there to get cat food and things like that. And I remember hubby drove me and he was waiting in the car. And I'm there, putting on my things on the conveyor, that type of thing. And I heard something say, look behind you. And I did. And I looked and there was this little old man. And I thought, a little old man, that's cute. And then I kept, continuing loading my groceries and whatever. And I just had the urge to look back again. And I did. And he smiled at me. And I thought, oh, my God. And it was my dad. It was a spitting image of my dad. Dad had his front teeth missing. Do you know what I mean? The cheeky grin. And what did I do? I panicked. And I quickly grabbed my things. I bolted to the car. I sat in the car and I burst into tears. And hubby's like, God, what's wrong? What happened? And I explained. And we even sat in the car and waited for the man to come out. And yes, there was, it was a little bit similar but a lot different. But I swear that is what happened. Dad stepped into this man's body for a couple of seconds, give me the grin, the cheeky grin, if you know what I mean, to let me know that he was okay. But what did it do? It upset me, do you know what I mean? So again, sometimes our loved ones can be protecting us because they know, especially if they know, you physically seeing them is going to trigger a lot of trauma, if that makes sense. So they will leave us little signs. And again, you'll get the smells. Look, they do love to move things, and they can move things. An example, you might have a picture frame and it might be on the wall. And every morning you get up and it's tilted. You're like, oh, bloody hell, what happened? and then you'll tilt it back again, but you won't think anything of it. That's a lot of our trouble. We think too logically, if you know what I mean. Until it starts happening frequently over and over and over. And you're getting up every morning for a week at this picture frame, and it might be a picture of your loved one, or it might have been one of theirs, do you know what I mean, or something significant to them. And you start thinking, okay, this is getting a bit, trippy, a bit freaky. Every morning for the last week I've been getting up and this picture's been moved. Okay, that has to mean something. Objects. Yes, they can move objects. You might have one of their trophies, do you know what I mean, sitting on the mantle. Again, you get up and it's tilted. You're like, oh, okay. But instantly you just, move it back again. And same deal until it keeps happening over and over. So spirit can get a little bit huffy with us at times, do you know what I mean? Because they do try. And again, if we're not taking notes of the signs, again, we're just hoping to get up and then bang, there they are. And, that's it type thing. Look, also, I always say feathers as well. And I don't mean just walk outside and see a feather and you think, oh my God, Dad, do you know what I mean? Or Mum or whichever. Look for them in unusual places, especially white feathers. White feathers are always a sign from spirit. And again, you might get up and, you're doing the washing, you walk into the lounge room and there's one sitting on the floor. And you're like, wow, how'd that get there? And again, your logic kicks in. You're like, oh, okay. And you pick it up and you dispose of it or whatever. But when that does happen, like what you've really got to say, okay, well, what are the chances, right? I don't have a bird inside. The cat hasn't been out. Do you know what I mean? I haven't just changed the pillowcases. It's not out of the pillow. You've got to start analysing everything until you get to the conclusion, well, okay, it has to be, a sign from a loved one. They have to have had to physically put it there, and they will. Look, I've had a lot of signs over my day. Look, example, when my dad did pass, he did buy me a necklace before he passed. I used to do a lot of online shopping, and, it was actually adventurine, a green one, just the chips, and it had the toggle and everything. And I actually had it, I'd put it in a one of the big plastic tubs with lids, and it was in storage. And I knew it was in storage because I had a lot of my other stuff with it, if you know what I mean. And I got up one morning and I shit you not, this necklace was sitting on the bed. And it spun me out. And that's when I thought, no, okay, how the hell did that get there? Do you know what I mean? And you can go over everything. You can do your head in trying to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? But the signs were there and Dad physically put it there. And that's how it works. So again, try not to be too disheartened when you're not. That's what I mean. You think you're not getting any signs, but you're not looking close enough. Spirit they try and they try and they try. But again, the physical signs, palpitations, drained. You'll get physically drained. Smells. You might actually get a lot of warmth around the shoulder area, like someone's standing behind you and they're giving you a hug, if you know what I mean. And you're like, wow, where's that warmth coming from? Because spirit will do that as well. They will stand behind you and they will hug you. But when you do get that, you will get the palpitation with it as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to think, but there are so many signs out there. Butterflies, dragonflies. And again, don't just walk outside. Oh my God, there's a butterfly over there on the fence. It must be Mum. No, they will come close to you. They will get that. They'll come and they'll hover in your face. Do you know what I mean? Or they'll hold your hand out and they'll land on your arm. Things like that. Anything with wings, because obviously wings represents freedom, and and butterflies. Butterflies, birds. They're all beautiful, if you know what I mean. Dragonflies are special messengers from the spirit world. So if you happen to encounter one of those, and again it comes close, just talk to it. That's what I do. Oh, hi, how are you? So don't feel like an idiot, if you know what I mean. Just go with the flow. But look, with your loved ones, keep talking to them. Talk to them in your head. You don't have to talk to them out loud. And say, hey, if you can hear me, if you can see me, give me a sign. And again, you might hear noises, during the night, banging on walls and things like that, or, and again, you just, oh, is it one of the kids is up? Do you know what I mean? Oh, there's a bloody cat running up and down the passage again. All that. That is the trouble. We tend to think too logically, and we're busy during the day normally, if you know what I mean. And when we sit down at night, we're able to relax. It's almost like, well, that's when we expect a sign more than anything. But they do give us signs during the day. But again, we're too busy and we just overlook them. So again, talk to your loved one, look out for the smells, things being moved, look, I've even had it to the stage where I've had the writing on the mirror when you go and have a shower. So take note of that when you turn your shower on. Don't jump in it straight away. Have a look at the mirror and see if there's something on it, a heart, something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they will do that. But as for them physically manifesting, it does take a hell of a lot of energy. And if you are lucky to see that, then that is amazing. But yeah, look, don't be too hard on yourself, and for not trying, thinking you're not trying, you're not getting enough, you're not putting enough out there, if you know what I mean. They really do hear us, and yeah, keep talking to them. Okay, everyone, take care. Thank you.